Hi guys, we're the Rions and we're here chatting with Milky. Well, I think this EP is a pretty natural evolution from our first one in kind of all aspects of it. I think the story's kind of evolved to, the age above, the whole coming of age thing that we were shooting for coming out of high school on the first EP. It's more centered around, heartbreak, and I'm not going to say more serious things because coming of age is the most serious thing anybody can experience. Besides a couple things, but this one definitely narrowed in more on things that we actually experienced and meant a lot to us. So I think that kind of authenticity reflects in the music as well. So, but it'll be up to you guys on what you think the real difference in the music is. But that's the way we see it.
And how they want to interpret it as well. How you want to experience the song.
Yeah.
It's open to your own interpretation. So whatever you want to feel, you feel.
We love interpretation.
Well, I think some of the themes we definitely experienced and we wrote about in this was just experiences of heartbreak and there is still parts of coming of age, but it's more a mature outlook on it. I think we've definitely grown as musicians and learnt a lot about our craft, and I think we've tried to take a lot of experiences and also influences from stuff that we were listening to at the time and stuff we listen to now, and kind of build some new parts of the songs that we didn't kind of do before. You hear in a lot of the songs that there is a lot of new elements and different elements that we didn't have before, or we didn't try before, but now we've tried in this one, like for example Friend, the slide and that kind of country elements, or the part just being the piano, ballad and vocal, like nothing else. I think it's definitely evolved a lot, but I think we've tried to, I think you see a lot of experiences and heartbreak and real life stuff in the album, and you obviously have.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we're talking about themes, I think, just getting down to the nitty gritty of it, about, self-discovery and facing being on your own. And I guess the name of the EP itself kind of encapsulates the idea of searching for an answer or something to alleviate the pain of whatever you're experiencing, which I think most people will find themselves being guilty of.
Yeah, definitely. Feels
at
like
some
the
point.
Most raw piece of work we've put out.
Well, that kind of took a natural kind of process, because I think the 6 of the songs are very different to each other and they all stand out in their own way, and I think there are inspirations that can be linked to every song. It's also credit to our beautiful producer Chris Collins. He has a great skill to be able to hear what he considers to be Rions and link it in a way sonically that I think if we were let off the leash, a lot of our music would just sound like 10,000 different bands. But credit where credit is due, he makes it very cohesive for us. The good man he is.
I feel like we definitely haven't got like a process down pat, like a formula, as they say.
Though formulas do work.
Formulas do work. No, it's kind of different for every song. A lot of it is done by Harley in his own time and then brought to the group, and we kind of workshop and write our own individual parts for our instruments and stuff like that. And then some of it we all just come together with the idea of let's write a song today. And
That's all you, brother?
yeah, that one came together in studio, Physical Medicine. That just started with a drum groove. It's all kind of random. We haven't really got one way that we do it, which I think is a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
I think.
try new things.
Yeah.
I also think it matures with us, and so like the actual songwriting maturity is like progressive, because as we're each individually growing and getting new inspirations, it sheds off into our music as well.
A lot of the time we will kind of think about, if we look at the song as a whole and we were like, let's try a new structure. Let's try going verse, chorus, no pre, or verse, pre-chorus, chorus again, or something crazy like that, where it's just like we like to experiment and we like to try some new stuff, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But there's definitely times where it does, and we're like, oh, this is really cool. This is like something that we're really into, and you'll definitely, I feel like you'll hear that sometimes a lot in some of the new music we write and the music that's out.
That is such a great question. Actually, I feel like you have your answer already. Okay.
I think primarily from the EP, I would say Passion Fruit, only because it's catchy, and if you don't know us, it can catch you really, really quick. But I think once you go down the rabbit hole and you know enough about us, I would bring Friend to them, because I think it has...
One song budget.
Yeah, it is. But I'm just saying with conditions. Yeah. Anyways, that's my timer up.
I think I'm gonna say Time Will Try.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's as much a fun song as it is a emotional and heartfelt song. I think so. You get the best of both worlds. But yeah, it's got that kind of rocky element that would I think catch the eye / ear of someone listening. But yeah, it's got that kind of deep, heartfelt meaning that can really grab someone as well when you look a little deeper into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Tom nailed that one. Time Will Try is probably what I would choose as well, just because it encapsulates our sound pretty accurately, and if I show that to someone and they don't like it, then there's not a lot of hope for them to like any of our other music. So good luck with that.
Yeah, even though Asher took up my extra one. No. I think I'd definitely base it on the person, I feel, on what they'd like, but I think I'd be the most excited to show them Physical Medicine, just because it's such a fun song, and I think they'd really. I think it's, yeah. If you don't go wee when you listen to that song, then you don't really go wee ever. Yeah. So I think Passion Fruit is one of the more fun songs that we have, and it's fun to listen to. So I'd probably show them that. I think one that I really love, Going to Time Will Try, is the line filmed in the month of July, because every time I hear that lyric, I literally think about us as kids filming movies and being creative and filming videos and stuff together. It just gives me that image in my head every time. So it's definitely one of the lines in the song that brings a vision to my head, and I think filmed in the month of July really brings us back to our creative roots when we were younger.
Yeah, credit to the beautiful Thomas Bleach, who mentioned this to me yesterday in regards to a motif in lyrics in Time Will Try as well. He said that he thought it was cool where in the chorus it says, I don't want to be the person you don't call, and then in the bridge it revisits that saying, I tried to call, you don't answer anymore, etc. Which is kind of like connecting the idea of the importance of something so little like a phone call. And I think that represents something that the EP kind of explores. Those a phone call is important, but in the grand scheme of things, it's such a little gesture. But I think the EP is very much about those little gestures that mean a lot to people when maybe it shouldn't. Maybe people give more power to something someone else can do when they shouldn't. So maybe that.
I think the one that hits the hardest for me is the very last line in Friend, when it's hold it as your friend, 'cause I can't hold it as your man. Yeah. That's a deep one. That one gets me going, oh, damn.
Turn that shit off.
Oh, it's lucky that's the last line, because if it wasn't, I'd probably turn the song off after that. Yeah, well, you're ruining it now. Yeah, that's all I got.
I was gonna say the same as Tom. The idea that it that line is repeated throughout the song, but somehow the last time it's sung has the most meaning, and it's sung just a little differently as well. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah. Tears from me. I cry a lot on stage. Good vibes, some dancing, a bit of everything, but yes, tears. Yeah. Blood, and I'm kidding.
Max emotion, I think.
Yeah.
Plenty of emotion.
Yeah.
But yeah, some good times.
I think we've definitely have the chance to show off a bit more, if you will. We have the privilege of being able to do some pretty big rooms this tour. So bring on an extra instrument. Like, you get to play a piano on stage now, and we have an acoustic guitar. We've really settled into performing now, and when you get comfortable, I feel like you can show off how exciting it is to perform, and I think people really enjoy it because you get a whole range of emotions in our set, from dancing to crying, as Asher said. So yeah, just a whole bunch of everything. Being able to perform live is almost like you can almost take yourself out of everything else in the world, because nowadays you can watch something everywhere you want, but it's nowhere near as close to how raw and real it is in person. So I think being able to perform live is so special because you can't replicate that at all. It's such an amazing, unique thing, being able to watch someone perform their art in person and have it play out in front of your eyes instead of it just being, a recorded thing.
I definitely didn't appreciate the experience of watching live music and going to a show as much as I should have until I started to attend more shows, because the four of us are quite reclusive little nerds that stay inside a lot. So opening up to kind of going to concerts like that was really eye-opening, just from the perspective of, oh wow, people can have and will experience the same thing at our shows. And then that's just really put into perspective the power of what we do, say, and play on stage.
We're able to
So,
learn as well.
yeah.
We're able to learn from watching other artists play. I mean, when you see someone like... I'm trying to think of someone that we've watched that we really... Sam Fender. Watching Sam Fender play live. Yeah, exactly. It's inspirational. Like, you watch someone have such a connection to people, and you watch someone have the whole crowd in the palm of their hand, and you're like, wow, this is something that you want to try, and this is something that you want to do, and you watch how they do it, and you can learn, and you can figure out, I'm going to try that at our show and see if it works, kind of thing. So definitely being able to take from other live performances is super special as well. Medium build role model at the moment.
I'm going to say Phoebe Bridgers.
Or it's got to be Kansas Anymore at the moment. Role Models album. That is a banger, and that really has been inspiring us recently.
I'm just gonna say the Star Wars prequels.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool. If we had an orchestra.
Don't burp. I burp a lot on stage. You guys might not notice this, but I do. And make sure you don't fall off again.
Hannah Montana. Every time.
No, I'm going to say High Five. When I was 1.
I'm gonna have to say Sam Fender.
Oh, Spice Girl. I think I'd be a Spice Girl, yeah.
Yeah, Spice Girl. Sorry. Backstreet Boys.
I think I have to say Backstreet Boy. I think I might have to. Yeah.
I'll back Tom. So two and two.
Backstreet Brothers.
Harry Spice.
Yeah, that's funny. Smelly Spice. Yeah. Oh, wait, you guys.
Spice.
Bleach Spice?
That's kinda cool.
Nah, it's boring. No, it's got to be Smelly Spice.
Can we swear on this? Yeah. Cunty Spice.
Cunty Spice is great.
T-Bone. T-Drizzle?
Nice.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. T-Bone.
T-Bone's cool.
Yeah, let's go with T-Bone.
My last name is McLean, so MC Lean. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually going to say Payphone by Maroon 5.
Somewhere really strange. I think that we can pack out somewhere, like a, NASA launch, rocket launch area kind of thing.
A video of it was Luke showed me a video of him touring with a band where they were playing on the top of the Alps in Sweden. Looking over
Whoa,
all the giant
that's a good
mountains.
answer too.
So I think
Yeah.
I'd say that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, too bad
Sorry.
you weren't holding the mic actually. So guys, don't listen to that answer.
Yeah, it has to be Drops of Jupiter. That was not only our go-to karaoke song, but for a long time before every show, we would listen to that in the car ride to the show, and just sing as loud as we can.
The London show that we just played. Yeah, the London show on the tour. That was surreal, having playing such a large capacity show with everyone so reactive on the other side of the world. Yeah, wild.
I'm gonna say Dayglow. I actually think that'd be so cool. Seeing Dayglow perform our song. If not, I'd say Paul McCartney, just because it would blow me away. But I'm gonna say Dayglow because I think that'd be really fun to watch.
The Beatles.
Yeah.
You never know what could happen. Maybe stay humble. I don't know. I could just turn into an asshole. I'm gonna say, yeah. I think my mum would want me to say, take more vitamin C
Nice.
and drink more water.
I'll say album, and I'm going to listen to Metaphysical by the Technicolors.
You're gonna listen to that whole album in 6 minutes?
Well, I'm just going to shuffle it. I'm shuffling that, and I'm going to cry.
Surprised you're not picking the Minecraft soundtrack.
Yeah, C413.
that one.
Yeah.
To be fair though, the Star Wars, Naboo, the Star Wars Naboo music would be when he's in the prequels, when he's in Naboo with Padme. Just listening to that would be beautiful.
Beautiful Crime, that song. I reckon, yeah, End of the World.
It's a very end of the world kind of song.
Meditations, Marcus Aurelius.
I think that music is probably one of the most influential things you could ever have be around you at all times, because it could make you simultaneously feel the happiest you've ever felt and the saddest you've ever felt. So I think it means to me... What does it mean to me? Wow, that's such a deep question. I think that music is...
Is it too easy to say everything?
It means... No, it does mean everything to me. It's like a way that I'm able to connect to people that I love and just people that I've never met all at the same time through telling a story and making them feel. So I think it means everything.
Yeah. That is such a good question, and I think about that all the time, because we started playing in year 7 when we were 12 and 13 years old, and I always remember starting to think around year 11 and 12 when, we were fully committing and we were going for it, kind of letting our studies slip because we were just so focused on music. I remember thinking, at what point did I decide this is what I wanted to do? And I think it's just some sort of blur between year 7 and year 10 where at some point it stopped being a hobby and started being holy shit, we could actually have a real shot at this. And then, just decided to commit somewhere along the line. And then it just got to a point where we were like, well, are we doing this or not? And here we are.
I think there's also the retrospective view on it as well. Now looking back, being or not even looking back, but seeing, seeing other job opportunities and other people doing different work, and just looking at our life from outside the box and saying, wow, we have the best job in the world. This is so.
I'd also like to say that the effect that we have just from creating music in a garage on other people, as in just taking a photo with someone and them trembling, putting their arm around you, is whatever they think we are, like, we're not. Like, we're just like stupid young boys that make music and people relate, and you know, it affects them so much, which I think is magical.
I think I realized when I was surrounded by music my whole life, I was kind of grew up surrounded by music, and then I realized, holy crap, like, I can do this as a job. Why would I not take that opportunity? Like, I grew up watching my dad play music, and I grew up watching my mum sing all the time, and I was like, I think I don't think there's anything else I can do. I think this is just what I have to do, and this is what I'm going to go for. So I think it was definitely that.